Hey guys, how's it going? This is Josh with Ikua Gaming coming at you with some Duel replays. This is going to be a bit of a longer video, just like the last one. We got 4 replays that I'm going to do, and I'm also going to go through the decks that I used. One of them is a new deck that I just copied off of another high-ranking player. So, I mean, that's how it works. If someone's better than you, copy their deck. So, the person I played, we're going to start with this first one, is ZR Gaming. Shout out to ZR Gaming. That is my little brother, JT. That's his best friend there. So shout out to ZR Gaming. Make sure you follow him on YouTube. Here we go, both using Seto Kaiba. So what we'll do is we'll go through the replays. And then we'll go through the decks. So I'll go ahead and put down my Drowning Mirror Force. Pause. Okay. Increases card's level by 4 during your opponent's turn only. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can send 1 level 7 or 8 dragon type monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 level 7 or 8 dragon type monster in the graveyard. Send this, and if you do special summon that monster, you can only use the effect of Dragon Knight of Creation once per turn. We have Dragon Spirit of White, which is treated as a Blue Eyes card, but it's a normal card while it's in your hand or the graveyard. And then Silver Cry, which is an ultra rare quick play, which lets you target 1 dragon type normal monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Can only use Silver Cry once per turn. So since it's ZR Gaming's turn, it's level 8. Now, his excuse for not attacking me was that apparently his mother was making dinner or something like that. So I used the Ancient Stone of White, which we'll go over that card's effect here in a sec. After Alright. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you can special summon 1 Blue Eyes monster from your deck. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 Blue Eyes monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. You can only use the effect of the Ancient Stone, the White Stone of Ancients, once per turn. So since I sent him there, and Armides, Keeper of Boundaries, if this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards. So, ZR Gaming, Zach, you messed up by not attacking me. You should have attacked. So, I used the effect of the White Stone of Ancients and summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Beat down. Boom. Game over, round 1. We went through a couple rounds. That was the first one. Here we go, going for round 2. Side note, my floor is a mess. I have kratom all over my floor and dog hair. I'm gonna have to sweep after I do this video. Alright, here we go again. Apparently, he just started out. He had a different account on his old phone, so he doesn't have as many higher level cards as he should. So as you can see, 2 Drowning Mirror Force, Protector of the Blue Eyes, allows me to summon an extra level 1 tuner monster, makes a mistake, and goes for the White Stone of Ancient. He should have attacked the Protector of Blue Eyes to go ahead and do damage. That way, in the meantime, boom, I can special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. My turn. I'm going to go ahead and synchro summon. I'm going to synchro summon Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. And his effect is during my next standby phase, I can target 1 normal monster in my graveyard and special summon that target. So, Blue Eyes comes back. Beatdown City. Boom. The pain. All right. So this will be the last of the Seto versus Seto, and then I tried a different deck using Yami Yugi. But before I get to the Yami Yugi, we'll go over the deck that I was using for Kaiba. All right, here we go. Let's turn on some of the dun, 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 dun. I don't know if y'all like watching the animations or not. I do. I think they're pretty cool. What? One of my favorite cards, Tribute. Pause, enemy controller. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change that target's battle position, or tribute 1 monster, then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, take control of that target until the end of the turn. Which, of course, my hint to you, Zach, lower the amount of cards you have in your deck. All right. So before we get on to this 4th one, we'll go ahead and take a look at the deck. This White Dragon deck, as you can see, I'm using the skill Beatdown, which this turn the attack of all level 5 or higher face-up monsters on the field increases by the number of monsters of level 5 or higher on your field times 300. So that's why I'm able to do such massive damage. Okay, so it's a pretty simple deck. It only has 22 cards. I added this one in there, Strong Wind Dragon. It wasn't in there originally, but you know, he's kind of my favorite, so I added him in there. 3 White Stone of Ancients, Zach, to show you where to get it. From the Lord of Shining mini box. It's one of the ultra rare cards, so you'll have to spend some gems to make sure you get that. Dragon Spirit of White. You get that from purchasing the structure deck, the White Dragon of Legend. So I got 2 of those. This card was in there. This one is more of a card you play at first. How to obtain Lord of Shining mini box as well. This guy, Cosmo Brain, which cannot be normal summon or set, must first be special summoned by sending 1 non-effect monster from your hand or face up from the field to the graveyard. It gains attack equal to that, and then you contribute 1 effect monster and special summon 1 normal monster from your hand or deck. You can only use the effect once per turn. Dragon Knight of Creation. Let's see how to obtain from the Dragonic Knights structure deck. So you can purchase that with gems, Zach, for 500 gems. Not too bad. Protector with the blue eyes. This card is normal summon. You can special summon 1 level 1 light tuner monster, aka the White Stone of Ancients, from your hand. You can target, low battery. You can target 1 effect monster you control, send it to the graveyard, and if you do special summon 1 blue eyes monster from your hand, you can only use the effect once per turn. You get him from the Stardust Acceleration, which is also where you get Silver Cry, which is an ultra rare card. I have 2 of them. I'm trying to get a 3rd one. Of course, Blue Eyes White Dragon, get it from Mokuba, get it from a Duel Reward starter deck, and then you can get them from ranked duels once you reach 100 wins in ranked duels. Card of Consonance, discard 1 dragon type tuner with 1000 or less attack, draw 2 cards. So that would be this one, or those 3. Now that I realize it, this deck is pretty much all ultra rare or super rare cards. Then of course we have the 2 Silver's Cry, 1 Galaxy Cyclone to destroy a set, spell, or trap card on my opponent's side of the field. 2 Enemy Controller. As you can see, it has a 2 next to it, meaning it's a series 2, meaning you can only have 2 of that same kind card or 2 series 2 cards in the deck. You can't have 3 like normal. As you see, I have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, but I can only have 2 Enemy Controllers, and then 2 Drowning Mirror Force. You get that one from the Gaia Genesis box, and that's not a mini box, that's a larger box, so it's a little bit harder to obtain. So White Stone of Ancients, like I said, Zach, Lord of Shining, it's a mini box, meaning that it only has 80 packs in there, so that would be your best bet. Now we move on to the Synchros. I have 2 of the Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, which we already went over his effect. He is from the Stardust Acceleration. He is a super rare, so that means he's a little bit easier to get. Armides, Keeper of Boundaries. Like I said, when the card attacked or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step, so they can't activate spell or trap cards. Now this is from Series 3, the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5DS. How to obtain Stardust Acceleration. He is an ultra rare, if I believe. Yep. And then, of course, the Vermilion Dragon Mech, one or more tuner monsters. Now this guy's pretty cool. You can banish one tuner monster from your hand, field, or graveyard, target one card on the field, and destroy it. If this synchro summoned card is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished tuners and add it to your hand. That card is pretty popular with a lot of these dragon decks. You get it from the Blazing Roses deck. As you can see, I only have one copy. I need to get another copy there. So, that is that deck. Now, we will go over the last duel replay, Yami Yugi versus Seto Kaiba. Sorry guys, again, this is a longer video. Didn't realize it'd be this long. I'll try and hurry this up. Maybe try and alright. Power of Dark. So all spellcasters and Fiend type monsters gain 200 attack. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod effect allows me to add one spell or trap card from your deck to your hand that specifically lists Dark Magician in its text. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card while this card is in your graveyard, you contribute one spellcaster monster. Add this card to your hand. You can only use the effect of Magician Rod once per turn. And the one that I added is Magician Navigation. This is the one that Zach was curious over as to how I could activate it during his turn. It's a trap card. That means I can activate it during your turn. Special summon one Dark Magician from your hand. You have to have at least one Dark Magician in your hand in order for this trap to activate. And then special summon one level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster type monster from your deck. If you control Dark Magician, except during the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up spell or trap your opponent controls that has its effects negated until the end of this turn. So this is what, yep. So I activated my trap. Zach, again, this is where you messed up. Man-Eater Bug, you should have set him in face down defense position. That way, whenever I attacked and he flipped, you could have used his effect and destroyed a monster on the field. Dun, 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 dun. Dark Magician. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead. There we go. No point in battling. Set down Drowning Mirror. Eye of Timaeus. This is treated as Legendary Dragon Timaeus, which was from, I think, Season 3 or Season 4. It was when Yugi, and Kaiba and all them were dealing with the Seal of Orichalcos. So target one Dark Magician you control, fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck that lists that monster on the field as a fusion material. You can only activate the Eye of Timaeus once per turn. Dark Paladin. And of course his attack is increase. Now see, he activates Wall of Disruption, but I negate it with my Magician Navigation. Actually, yes, the duel is over, my friend. I'm sorry. All right. Very wise words. All right. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that deck. 3 Magicians, Rods, 3 Dark Magicians. I added Dark Magic Curtain, which allows me to... Bella, come here. Hey, come on, Bella.
Hi.
Hi. Got some company coming over. As you can see, special summon Dark Magician from your deck. You cannot summon other monsters when you activate, but you can set. And you get that card by leveling up Arcana. Dark Magic Expanded. Illusion Magician. Get that from an Arcana level up reward. Dark Magic Expanded. I don't know how I got that card. Level up reward from... I only have one of those cards, so... Magic Formula, we all know how to get that from ranked duels and from battling Taya. The Eye of Timaeus, that's a new one from the Guardians of Rock, which is also where I got the Magician Navigation. I got 2 of those. It's a mini box, Zach, so you should be able to get those rather easily. 1 Drowning Mirror Force, 2 Wall of Disruptions, Servant of Kings mini box, another mini box, so that means there's going to be 2 of them. Champion's Vigilance. Now this is a good one to have. If you control a level 7 or higher normal monster, when a monster would be summoned or a spell or trap is activated, negate the summoner activation, and if you do, destroy it. You can obtain that one from dueling Seto or ranked duels. So I recommend you definitely get one of that. Magician of Dark Illusion. Battle City Showdown, unfortunately, is no longer available. His name becomes Dark Magician when he's on the field. And during your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you activate a spell or trap or effect while this card is face up on the field, except during the damage step, you can target one Dark Magician in your graveyard and special summon it. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. Now I want y'all to notice something. His attack is 2100, his defense is 2500. If we look at Dark Magician, it's reversed. So that's why he's the Magician of Dark Illusion. He's the opposite. And then Sorcerer of Dark Magic cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summoned from your hand by attributing 2 level 6 or higher spell type monsters. During either player's turn, when a trap card is activated, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This card must be face up on the field to resolve this effect. You get him by leveling up Yugi to, I think, his highest level 45, or ranked duels because it is an ultra rare card. So that does it. That was everything. ZR Gaming, shout out to you. JT, shout out to you for being on the phone. I love you guys. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Sorry the video was so long. But hey, we had a lot to go over. Peace out.